Hello people on the internet. In this video, you will see me making two paintings on two different painting surfaces and tell you how I felt about them. So this is oil paper. It is designed for oil paint. It's about twice the price of this canvas pad. This is a canvas pad. The canvas pad is wonderfully soft and textured. Today I will be making one painting on oil paper and one on a canvas from this pad. I will share how each material feels to work with. We are at what used to be one of my favorite parks, Edward Gardens, to create our first composition on the oil paper. I say used to be because they raised their parking fees too much for me to visit casually for painting. Anyway, here I have found a spot. Instead of doing a composition full of different kinds of elements, I decided to do a small one this time, just 40% trees and 60% grass. It'll be quick to make. I was scouting this place out for an outdoor painting event I was about to be in, where I would do a quick demo. So to not waste everybody's time, I better have something planned. Something easy and simple to manage with for people with less experience. This isn't the first time I've used this oil paper. The last time was during a live portrait session, and I quickly switched back to my usual canvas because I didn't like how it behaved, too different from what I used to. The biggest difference between this oil paper and my regular canvas panels, which are acrylic-based cotton canvas, is that this oil paper is super absorbent. I'm used to start with a washy underpainting and slowly build up contrast, chroma, and texture. But on this oil paper, my brush strokes had to be short and thick right from the start. You can see me still trying to push the brush around as if I'm doing a washy layer, but it just drags the dry brush across the paper, leaving little paint behind, even after dipping the brush into mineral spirits. This forced me to use a lot more paint, like 5 times more than usual. As a result, the painting has more contrast and chroma, which is actually nice. I often find my plein air paintings end up a bit dull, especially after they dry. Paint is more vibrant when wet, and as the mineral spirits evaporate, the painting can look extra dusty. That's why I think I should try a 50% oil and a 50% mineral spirits mixture for my washy layers instead of just mineral spirits. I also like how crisp the paper feels. It has a good firmness. Its absorbency isn't a flaw, it just doesn't suit my current painting style. On the other hand, this absorbency forced me to use more paint, which is something I need, so I don't regret buying it and will definitely use it more. Later the same day, I met some friends at a park in the city where we had a bonfire, and I painted a bonfire for the first time. I couldn't wait to tackle the challenges that would bring. It was after 8 PM, with sunset less than 30 minutes away. So the light was changing quickly. You will see in this video how the sunlight steadily dims, giving way to the glowing dance of the bonfire.
The flames will become easier to see the darker it gets, so it's smart to wait until you're doing the flames.
I can't see what I'm doing, that's the problem.
Just go by.
You should have gotten like a headlamp or something.
Oh yeah.
How do you draw fire? I never thought of it.
Just have the surrounding when it's dark.
For me, it was tempting to paint the bonfire with nearly pitch black surroundings to make the fire stand out. After all, as a painter, you have to use contrast to create the illusion that the lighter paints are a glowing light source. But I like how everything was still visible just before the sun completely set, so I decided to not chase the darkness in my painting and keep the background from getting too dark. The challenge was finding the right balance, using just enough contrast to suggest the fire is glowing while still showing that the sunlight hasn't completely faded. But the biggest challenge of all, I could hardly see anything. I was basically guessing the colors I was putting down, so I stopped before making it worse. Another day, it was time to fix the paintings. The biggest problem with the bonfire painting was that the fire had too many colors, so I worked on unifying them and cleaning up the background. I used really dark colors to paint charcoal wood against the pure cadmium yellow to create the illusion of a glowing fire, adding some smoky effects above and behind the flames. I think it was a success. I got the effect I wanted, and I don't hate the painting anymore. I actually quite like it now. The painting had a rush ending that day, because my parking expired. But I'd like to add more texture to the grass and some subtle depth to the mid and foreground. The oil paper doesn't have the cotton canvas weave, which helps the color pop even more. Since it absorbs solvents, the paint on this oil paper has a matte finish, almost like an oil pastel painting. Neat. If you like this look, give oil paper a try. I enjoy experimenting with different materials and will definitely be testing more painting surfaces. I encourage you to try different materials too, even if you don't like them or they disrupt your usual workflow. The adaptations you have to make might lead to something new and exciting. Thanks for watching. Bye! See you in the next one.